Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahil qail fi kitabihil jazil ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati wal mau'izatil hasanah wajadilhum billati hiya ahsan. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa abdullahi wa rasuluhul ahsan wa ala alihi wa ashabihil matbu'in fil mahamidi wal mahasin, amma ba'du. The Honorable, the entire jury of English speech competition in the framework of the Sports and Arts Week between the Islamic boarding school at the West Kota Waringin Regency, which may always be glorified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ladies and gentlemen, who are glorified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please allow me to deliver a speech with the title, Terrorism as the Enemy of Islam. Through this musabaqah on competition, I will emphasize that all historical facts have shown us that Islam has been conveyed to all corners of the earth without any area being excluded. The interesting thing is, how is the pattern of proselytizing carried out by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as an early perpetrator in spreading Islam? Surah An-Nahl verse 125 explains that there are three methods. First, proselytizing with hikmah, namely doing with due course and at the rightful time. It's for a good example in totality, wholeheartedly and selflessly in proselytizing. This method is perfect for people who have a clear thinking logic and already have a desire to find the truth. The second, proselytizing with mau'idah hasanah, is to give advice or instructions through the postulates of the Quran. This method is suitable for people who already have good reasoning, but that have thought perfectly. The third, proselytizing with adalah billati hiya ahsan, or arguing well. This method is suitable for people who like it to be of different origin, or deliberately incites and dislike Islam, which is rahmatan lil alamin. Therefore, putting forward correct arguments with polite and gentle words will be able to break the rebuttals that tend to be unfounded, or in fact, they are also confused with their way of thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, who are glorified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the three methods above have actually been implemented since Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, which was also implemented by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What about the methodology of al-qital, or jihad, or wars that have also occurred during the time of the prophethood? From the hadith narrated by Imam Bukhari radhiyallahu anhu of Ibn Umar radhiyallahu anhu in the book of Nazmul Mutanastir in al-Hadisil Mutawatir, it is explained that fighting by attacking infidels is carried out under three conditions. First, at the behest of the leader who truly has the leadership authority of a region. Second, the Muslims have sufficient strength to fight. Third, Muslims have territory as evidenced by the enactment of their legal provisions. Why are the requirements so strict? And the rules of Islamic law, it is required thus. In Islamic law, la syarfil imam ala ra'iyyah manutun bil maslahah, means a leader's policy over his people must be based on his benefits. Therefore, war is not based solely on lust or anger, does not thought of subsequent impacts. The violence or language of haphazard jihad will not bring benefits to Muslims. It will make it difficult for Muslims and make non-Muslims hate towards Islam, especially when the jihad is done to innocent people or even to fellow Muslims. Ladies and gentlemen, who are glorified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the order of war in the Quran is directed only against those who fight and persecute the Muslims, as in Surah Al-Baqarah verse 190. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa qatilu fi sabilillahi allazina yaqatilunakum wa la ta'tadu. Innallaha la yuhibbul mu'tadin. The fight order in this verse is also required not to exceed the atrocities against the Muslims. Therefore, it becomes a big question for Muslims in Indonesia. When Muslims in Indonesia who apply the way of proselytizing by spreading terror threats to the people who are not yet Islamic or non-Muslim, while non-Muslims in our country do not behave arbitrarily to Muslims. If they behave well to us, then we should also do good to them, as stated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Mumtahanah, verse 8. It means Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of religion, and do not expel you from your homes, from being righteous toward them, and acting justly toward them. Indeed, Allah loves those who act justly. Ladies and gentlemen, who are glorified by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the behavior of suicide bombings, which is interpreted as an act of jihad fisabilillah, is a heretic understanding and will further drive non-Muslims away from Islam. Even crazier, if such actions are also directed at fellow Muslims. Doing justice is a reflection of those who are devout. And how can we explain to others that we are devout people if we still do despotic to others by doing things that exceed the limits set by Islamic law? As Muslims, we must move together as soon as possible to resuscitate our fellow Muslims who are still misunderstood the proselytizing methodology that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had taught. Therefore, movements that are declared as movements defending Islam but carried out by spreading terror and threats to others are basically movements that will bring down Islam. And these are snake in the grass for Islam. Please, proselytizing with wisdom. May we always be bestowed with rahmah. Our country becomes a blessing, and you will have maghfirah. Peace be unto you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.